Hey, what is going on YouTube fam? It's Ben here. I'm excited for today's class. We're gonna go through a mellow vinyasa flow. We'll challenge ourselves, but at a pretty reasonable pace today. You can think of it as a slow flow, and the intention is just to create space and energy in the whole body. You don't need any props, just a mat or a towel or a carpet or whatever. I just have a blanket here in the middle of my mat to support my knees as we move through some of these shapes, but that's completely optional. That's just because I like being extra cozy. But we'll get right into it today and start in a downward facing dog. So go ahead and get into your down dog. And down dog is a very challenging shape. So understanding that this is a kind of challenging place to start a practice. Understanding that the body may be feeling pretty tight, so we're probably feeling deep stretch in the backs of our legs and the calves. We're feeling some deep extension in the shoulders as we reach the hands out. Really the whole body is kind of starting to feel into awareness as we land in our down dog. I invite you to shift around. So not only bending one knee then the other, bending one elbow then the other, shifting forward and back, side to side, in whatever kind of ways that suit you. This yoga practice, in terms of our physical asana practice, is very much so just an exploration through space. When we can adopt a mindset of curiosity, it's really a wonderful place to build from. So from downward facing dog, go ahead and pause and then walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands. And then widen your feet and hands out a little bit, just creating a little bit of a wider foundation. Go ahead and take your gaze under your right armpit and kind of look towards your right ankle. And then reach your left hand to the outside of the right ankle. We're kind of coming up into a twist, and we're required to be very strong in the right hand here. So spread out the fingertips on your right hands. Use the leverage of pulling into your right ankle to kind of twist yourself a little deeper, maybe even take your gaze up again under the right armpit. And just try to breathe for a moment. Good job. We'll go ahead and release. Take a moment in between if you need to, or just go ahead and switch. Reach right hand for the outside of the left ankle. Really spread out those left fingertips and drive through the left fingertips, and then use the grip of your right hand to pull yourself into a twist. Maybe look up under the left armpit. Spend just a couple breaths here. Nice work. We'll go ahead and release. And as we release, we'll roll the body into a plank pose. Maybe step the feet back a couple centimeters. Pause in your plank. Really drive through the arms, through the hands. At the same time, feeling a lifting sensation in the core, engaging your legs. Often the key to plank pose or any other shape that requires a lot of energy from our upper body is to get even firmer and stronger in the legs and core. And we'll notice the more lifting we have in the legs and core, a little more lightness we feel in the hands and shoulders. Either way, we're just breathing here for another 5, 4, 3, awesome strength, 2, and 1. Bring everything down to the mat and land in a Sphinx pose. So the forearms land on the mat. The elbows are below the shoulders, maybe like a centimeter in front of them. And take a moment to broaden through the chest. What I mean by that is kind of drop the shoulders further from the ears, protract the shoulder blades a little bit, sit up a little taller. We're pressing kind of lightly down with our pelvis into the mat, but otherwise this is a pretty mellow position. Just enjoy this back bend. It's always nice to have a back bend where we can just allow ourselves to breathe. There's not too much effort required. Especially if you've been sitting down today so far. This is one of my favorite shapes to kind of offset the action or the soreness or the tension that develops from sitting down for long periods of time where we have our shoulders folded down and our spine kind of flexed forward. This just gives us a nice counterbalance. So we'll breathe here for another moment, and for the last moments here, if you want to start rolling the neck around, go through some half rotations or some full rotations. That's a great way to find a little extra exploration from this posture. Nice work. From here, we'll float ourselves into a locust pose. So we'll reach the hands off the mat. The hands can maybe even reach behind you, and then we'll float the legs off the mat as well. You have the option to interlace the fingertips behind your low back, to pull the arms further up and to squeeze the shoulder blades together on your upper back. And then, again, engaging the legs, feeling everything pull up off the mat, working against gravity, and then making sure you're trying to breathe. Let's challenge ourselves here and see if we can stay for another 10, 9, 8, 7, so strong in the back bodies for 6, 5, 4, 3, nice job, 2. On 1, listen carefully. Try to just very slowly release until your hands are placed down on the mat next to your chest, and then pull forward into a cobra pose, just peeling the chest off the mat, and then release back into a downward facing dog. From here, let's just go through some full sun A's, nice and stable. So on your next inhale, rise to the toes, bend the knees, look forward. As you exhale, step, walk, or hop the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, spine extends. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach the hands up. Exhale, palms return to heart center. Inhale, reach up and extend up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, find your plank pose into your low plank. You can step, you can walk back, you can hop back, and then lean forward, chaturanga. You can always drop the knees down for this portion as we find a low plank, and then pull through to your upward facing dog, and then pull through to your downward facing dog. We'll find a full breath in and a full breath out. Let's go again. Inhale, rise high to the toes, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or hop, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, hands lift. Exhale, palms return to heart center. Inhale, reach and extend up. Exhale, fold and release down. Inhale, halfway lift, extend. Exhale, place the palms down, high plank to your low plank. You can walk back, step back, hop back. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, rise high, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or hop, feet up to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stance. Exhale, hands return to heart. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the palms down, move into high plank, into your low plank, through to your upward facing dog, and then back to your downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Last round. Inhale, rise high, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or hop, feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, sweep the palms. Exhale, hands return to heart center. Inhale, reach up, extend. Exhale, fold forward, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the palms, high plank, through to your low plank. Pull through, upward dog, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog, send it back. Take a few breaths and pause in your downward facing dog. In fact, let's all release to a child's pose. Knees come down. Hips relax down toward the heels. Relax the forehead to rest on the mat. Notice how the breath is probably moving at a slightly more rapid pace than when you started class. Notice how the body feels after some of those movements. Just kind of let it wave through you. Either breathing in stillness in your child's pose, or if you're like me and you like to keep the movement, you can sway side to side, or you can find a little movement in the shoulders or arms. Mostly just using this as a place to restore, as a place to scan the body, to notice what thoughts might be scrolling across the mind, to notice how the heart is being, notice your internal temperature. The practice of yoga is not just moving through shapes, it's becoming aware as we move through space. Each time we land on a mat, we get to explore ourselves a little bit deeper, learn about what it means to live in this physical body. From child's pose, we'll look up and pull ourselves through to an upward facing dog or cobra, kind of any of these prone back bends. And then we'll release back, downward facing dog. As we land in downward facing dog, lift the right leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. Take a big step forward, right foot to right thumb, drop to the left knee, and lift up to a low lunge. Anjaneyasana, lift the hands to the sky. As a little challenge here, and this will be hard because it's our first time, but we'll have multiple tries. We can try to bend the left knee and flex the left heel back to the glute. Now this is really hard, especially if your hands are still lifted to the sky. If you want to, you can even reach the hands behind you and reach the hands for the left heel. As you'll see on the screen, I can't even reach for the bind. I can't get the bind, but just reaching for it is a really lovely active engagement for my whole body. So don't be discouraged if you can't reach the bind, because I can't either. But you know what? I think in a couple rounds I will be able to. Just need to give myself a little time to work into it. But either way, go ahead and release. Release your left foot and then sweep the hands up to the sky once again. And then cactus the arms down, elbows pull towards the hips. And then interlace the fingers behind your low back. Pull the palms down, open the chest, take a breath in. As you exhale, release the hands to the mat. And then pull the hips back into your half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana, you might need to wiggle the right heel forward a couple inches. And then find a fold over your right hamstring. Just let the body kind of release and surrender down for a moment. Maybe roll the ankle around. Good. Awesome work. We'll start to shift forward. Bend into the right knee. Revolve side angle. Tuck the left toes. Lift the right hand up to the sky. Twist to the right side. Twist so deep that you can try to look at your thumb, at your right thumb with your lower left eye. So really revolving around the spine in order to do that. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Then coming into side angle pose, replacing the left hand with the right hand, dropping the left heel to the mat, and then lifting left hand up to the sky, side angle. Now, if this version of side angle is too much, you can always bring your right elbow up to your right knee for a nice modified version. You get all the benefits. It's just a little easier if you don't quite have the range in your hips yet. So in our side angle, just finding a little room, trying to lean up and back with the left shoulder, and then getting so strong in the legs that we could just lift up into our warrior two. Nice and easy, and then take some movement, straighten out the right leg, bend back into it, move the arms around. Let this be a nice fluid welcome to warrior two kind of moment. And then settle on in. So take a deep bend into the right knee, relax the shoulders down. Maybe take the gaze over the front middle finger, or maybe close the eyes. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Peaceful warrior, lean up and back. Right hand to the sky, left hand maybe towards the outside of the left leg. Lean up and back, lean, 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 lean. And then return to your side angle. Right elbow to right knee, or right hand down to the mat. And then we're switching, they're coming out the same way. So we're replacing the right hand with the left hand as we turn onto the balls of the left foot, and then twist the right hand up to the sky, revolve side angle. Take a full inhale, a full exhale. Release the right hand to the mat, step back to plank pose. We'll be in plank pose holding this position for another 5, 4, 3, you got this, 2, on 1, coming all the way down to the mat. And then floating up into a locust pose. So as your chest and belly and pelvis land, float the legs, float the arms. Option to interlace the fingers behind your low back. Option to maybe even reach back for bow pose, grabbing the inner or outer blades of the feet. And then just trying to breathe here for a moment. Find some peace, find some ease, even as the body finds a deep challenge. Beautiful. And then as slowly as we can, releasing. Upward facing dog. Place the palms down. Tops of feet land. Pull the hips through. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Down dog. Returning to our home. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Lift the left leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Take a big step forward. Drop to your right knee. Low lunge. Anjaneyasana. Asana. Switching it up. You can sweep the hands to the sky. Take a moment to acclimate, First lunge here on the left side. And then eventually we'll see if this engagement is working for us on side number 2 as we start to bend the right knee and see if we can hover the right foot off the mat and even start to flex right heel back towards the glutes. We have the option of reaching the hands back. Maybe the bind is available, maybe not. For me, it's not really available, but again, it's feeling really nice. Knowing that it's never about the aesthetics, it's always just about the connection, the exploration, the present moment. Go ahead and release the right foot down. Sweep the hands to the sky into our low lunge. And then cactus the arms down. Elbows draw as the chest opens. Eventually hands interlace behind low back. Pull the palms down. Open the heart. Take a breath in. As we exhale, release the hands. As they land on the mat, pull the hips back. Half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Again, you might need to wiggle the left heel forward and then relax into it. You can always roll the ankle around. Find a moment of mellow ease. Let this be soft. Allow yourself to ebb and flow between moments of physical exertion and moments of rest. We'll start to bring the weight forward, revolve side angle, so tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, right hand sticks down, and then left hand twists up to the sky. Again, we're kind of twisting with the goal of looking toward our left thumb with our right eye. Revolving, take a breath in, take a breath out, and then we're replacing right hand with left hand. We're dropping right heel to the mat as we open hips and open heart up to side angle, Parsva Konasana. Again, the modification here is just to lift the left elbow up to the left knee to give you a little more space. Either way, we're just here for one more moment, trying to lean up and back through the right shoulder. And then we get so strong in the legs that we just hover our torso up, Warrior 2. Once you're in Warrior 2, give yourself a moment. Sway on into it, straighten out the left leg, bend back into it, wave the arms around however you desire to. And then we'll go ahead and pause in Warrior 2. Open out the arms, relax the shoulders, take the gaze, maybe out in front of you, maybe close the eyes. Allow yourself just to be. The feet are so strong and so rooted, the rest of the body almost creates a wave-like easiness to it. We can be peaceful during hard things. We'll just take one more inhale, one more exhale, and then we'll lean up and back. Peaceful warrior, left hand to the sky, breathe in. Breathe out, side angle, returning left hand to the mat, right hand to the sky, or you can modify by bringing left elbow to knee. Reach up, breathe in, breathe out, revolve side angle, place right hand down, twist left hand to the sky, open, breathe in, breathe out, both hands to the mat, step back to plank. Hold your plank for 5, 4, really drive up off the mat for 3, 2 on 1, lower down to the mat, and then float right back up into locust pose. Hands float back, feet float. Find your expansion, maybe even reach back for your feet for bow pose. You have the room. And then breathing. Last moment here, and then as steadily as you can, releasing the bind, releasing the hands down, and then floating up, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Let's go again with a little more speed. So right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Take a big step forward and then drop to low lunge. So left knee to the mat. Reach the hands to the sky. And then bend into your left knee. Flex the left heel back toward the glutes. See if the foot wants to float. Maybe you can reach back for the bind. And this time, it's just barely available for me. I'm feeling challenged. I can almost get it. Really nice quad stretch, but almost more of a balance challenge than a quad stretch. And we'll try to go ahead and release. Hand sweep up to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, cactus arms. Eventually interlace fingers behind low back. Draw the palms down, breathe in. Breathe out, release the hands. Place the hands down, half splits. Pull the hips back, maybe lengthen out your right leg and take a fold. We're here for 1 or 2 breaths. We'll bend into the right knee. Revolve side angle. Left hand down, right hand to the sky as the left knee lifts up off the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Replace left hand with right hand. Open up into your Konasana. And then already go ahead and get light in the arms as they float up to the sky. Warrior 2. Remain in a nice, deep, engaging Warrior 2. Drop on into it. One more inhale. One more exhale. On your next inhale, sweep up and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Return right hand to the mat. Open up, breathe in. Breathe out, replace right hand with left hand. Twist, revolve, side angle. Look up to the sky, breathe in. As you exhale, right hand returns. Step back to your plank. Let's go ahead and hold this plank for 10. For 9, drive through the hands, protract the shoulder blades, make a little dome in the upper back. That's how much you're pushing away. We're here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, lower to the mat, and then float right back up into your locust pose. Maybe reach back for your bow pose, and then see if you can breathe. Doesn't need to be the deepest bow pose, just needs to feel connected. We've built a lot of space and now we're building fluidity. As slow as you can, go ahead and release. Upward facing dog, palms down, pull through. Downward facing dog, release back. Allow yourself to reset. And then we'll lift left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog, and then step left foot forward. Drop to right knee, sweep the hands up, low lunge with the left foot forward. Take a bend into your right knee, float the right foot up. And see if it's available to reach back for that quad stretch. Maybe round number 2, it just might be. Either way, we'll go ahead and release and sweep the hands to the sky. Breathe in, exhale, cactus. Hands interlace behind low back. Pull palms down to open the heart. Breathe in, exhale, hands release. Ardha Hanuman, half splits, pull the left heel back, maybe wiggle it forward, fold down. For a few moments, let it be soft. Then we'll bend into the left knee, revolve side angle, right hand down, left hand twist to the sky, breathe in. Breathe out, replace right hand with left hand, open into your Konasana, right hand to the sky, hips open. Get really strong in the legs, float into your Warrior 2 and pause in a wonderful deep Warrior 2. Allow yourself to feel focused. On your next inhale, lean up and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle, left hand down or left elbow to left knee. Reach up, breathe in. Breathe out, twist, right hand down, left hand to the sky. Breathe in, breathe out, left hand down, step to your plank pose. We're here in plank for 12, 11, 10. Engage the legs, engage the core for 9, 8, 7. Amazing work. I'm right there with you for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Listen carefully on 1. This time going straight to chaturanga, leaning forward, bending the elbows. Low push up into our upward facing dog. Breathe in and downward facing dog. Breathe out. Full inhale. Full exhale. Beautiful movements. We have 1 more round through on each side. We're going to go even quicker and just feel the comfort and space in the movements. Right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Step forward, right foot to right thumb. Drop to the left knee, low lunge, hands to the sky. And then bend left knee, flex heel back to glute, maybe grab a hold for the bind. Settle into it, and then slowly release. Hands to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, cactus. Maybe interlace the fingertips 1 more time. Pull the palms down, open up, breathe in. Exhale, release, hands down, half splits. Pull the hips back, find a nice, lovely fold. Over the right shin, relax the shoulders down. Then we'll pull forward for a revolve side angle, left hand down, right hand to the sky, breathe in. Breathe out, side angle. Right hand down, left hand twist to the sky, and then get light in the hands, float to your warrior two. This time we're adding in triangle, so lean up and back, peaceful warrior. Straighten the right leg, and then find your triangle. Knowing that triangle is essentially just side angle pose, except the front leg, the right leg, is straightened out. That makes it, for many people, a deeper stretching sensation in the right hamstring and hip, but it's also less of a kind of challenge for the right thigh muscles, for the quad and hamstring muscles. More of a lengthener, more of a balancing posture, in my opinion, than side angle being more of a strengthening posture. So just find your depth. Breathe in. Breathe out, coming right to revolved side angle. So start to circle your left hand to the mat and then twist the right hand up. Breathe in. Breathe out, release, and step back to plank. Let's hold this plank for 12, 11, 10. Keep breathing. 9, 8, 7. If you want some humor, say hello to my cat who has joined me on the mat. He came onto the blanket. But anyways, we're just in this plank for 4, 3, 2, on 1. Chaturanga, lean forward, drop the knees if you want as we lower to chaturanga, finding upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Take a full inhale. Love you, buddy. Yeah, thanks for joining me on the mat. And a full exhale. I love doing yoga at home because the cat's always into it, you know. It's nice and cozy. Have a little practice mate. Anyways, I digress. Left side, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. And then step forward, low lunge as the right knee drops to the mat. Lift the hands to the sky, low lunge, and then as you bend into it, start to lift the right heel off the mat, flex it back toward the glutes, and maybe reach back for the bind. See what's possible. A lot of the challenging postures in yoga are just made possible through repetition, muscle memory, and getting used to the movements. We'll go ahead and release, sweep the hands to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, cactus arms, bend deeper into your lunge, interlace the fingertips, pull the palms down, breathe in. Breathe out, release. Half splits, pull the hips back, Ardha Hanuman. Find a nice mellow fold over the left shin, let it be nice. Awesome work. We'll start to bend into left knee, revolve side ankle, right hand down, left hand to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out, replace right hand with left hand, open into your Parsva Konasana, and then float hands up into warrior two. Remember this time, last round, we're adding on triangle, so lean up and back. Straighten the left leg, and then rotate forward and down. Find your triangle. As usual, you can find stillness here, which is what most people do, or if you're like me and you just love kind of keeping the dynamic movements going, maybe it's because my muscles are pretty tight most of the time, you'll notice that I kind of keep swaying around, and I like to kind of bring my hands up to my waist and just kind of shift and see what I find. But of course, you're always welcome to just find stillness and work deeper into your expression. Last moment here. As we look down to the mat, the right hand lands on the mat as we twist left hand to the sky, revolve side angle, breathe in, and then exhale, release the hands down, step to your plank pose, lower through your low plank pose, lift up to your last upward facing dog, and then press back to your downward facing dog. Take a full inhale, full exhale, and look forward to your hands and walk, step, or hop your feet up to your hands into a forward fold, and maybe release the body down and find a Padahastasana gorilla pose. Or any other bind that may feel good here, clasping opposite elbows, hands behind back, whatever you want. But I really like this Padahastasana gorilla pose because it's a nice little wrist stretch. You can kind of massage the wrists with the toes a little bit. Just allow yourself to breathe. Chair pose. Release any binds. Sink the hips low. Peel the chest up off the mat. Reach the arms to the sky. Sink a little bit lower. my fault in chair pose. I always have pretty good alignment, but I'm always like too high off the ground. I need to sit lower. I try to get myself out of it by barely getting in a chair pose and just bending my knees a little bit. So that's what I tell myself, is to really drop the hips low and press the hips back. I like to keep my feet pretty square, so hips width distance and facing straight forward. And then we'll try to go ahead and lift onto the toes. See if the heels want to float off the mat. And then see if we can slowly drop the hips down toward the heels. Slow decline. Don't worry about it if you fall out of balance. And then we have the opportunity for crow pose. And even if you can't do crow, go ahead and try just placing the hands down on the mat in front of you, looking slightly out in front of you, bringing your knees to your triceps, and then leaning forward. And maybe this is all you get to, where you're just leaning forward, and that's amazing. That's where you build strength. Maybe you can float 1 foot, maybe you can float 2 feet into crow pose. And no matter where you're at, try your best and try to keep breathing while you're doing it. This is a challenge for all of us. We'll be here for 10, 9, keep working through it, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, nice job for 3, 2, on 1, release the feet down. Wherever you're at, come into Malasana squat. So Malasana squat, yogi squat, basically our feet are out at an angle. Our hips are externally rotated as they head out to the side, and alignment-wise, we just kind of want to make sure that the knees are facing the same direction as the feet, so that there's not any weird rotation going on in the knees or the ankles. And then I like to just kind of rock around, use my elbows pressing into my knees to open up a little space. And then we'll find some expansion in the hips and in the heart through this little flow. So we'll go ahead and sweep the right arm out to the side, kind of out behind us, and then press down through the right hand and through the feet as we roll the left shoulder back and up, and then press the hips up to the sky. Almost like we're going for a wheel pose, but I can't quite do that. And then come back down the same way, sweep over to the left. Left hand plants out behind you, avoid any cats if they're in the way like they are for me, and then press up to the sky. Roll right shoulder back and expand. And then release back down. Sweep over to the right. Let the right hand plant behind you and then press the hips up to the sky. Expand, breathe in, breathe out, release. Sweep it over to the left. Plant left hand behind you and then press hips up to the sky. Roll the right shoulder back. Breathe in, breathe out, release. Last round on both sides. Right hand plants behind you. Roll open through the left shoulder, hips to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out, release. Sweep hands to the left. Left hand plants. Press the hips up. Roll the right shoulder back and open. Breathe in. Breathe out, release. Roll back through center. And then plop your butt down. Boat pose. This is our last active challenge of the day. We're in boat pose. The hands can be wherever you want. They can be down on the mat. They can be behind your knees for support or floating. You can just hold your boat pose. I'm going to invite in a deeper challenge, and that's going to come from extending one leg at a time. So typically in boat pose, our knees are bent, right? Why? Because it's a little bit easier. So my challenge is to get us to hug the knees in a little closer to the collarbones, and then we're going to go ahead and work on active extensions of the hip flexor and hamstring using the quad muscle and basically the whole leg muscles. So we'll go ahead and see if we can extend the right leg while keeping the knee kind of where it is, and then release. See if you can extend the right leg, or excuse me, the left leg completely, keeping the knee where it is, and then release. Extend the right leg completely, and then release. Extend left leg completely, release. Extend right leg completely, release. Extend left leg completely, release. Extend right leg completely, release. Extend left leg, release. Keep it going. Extend right leg, release. Extend left leg, release. Extend right leg, release. Extend left leg, release. Almost there. Extend right leg, release. Extend left leg, release. Extend right leg, release. Extend left leg, release. Extend right leg, release. Extend left leg, release. Last one, right leg, release. Left leg, release. And then allow yourself to cross your legs as you sit up into a Sukhasana seat and just fold forward. Just let that go. Sukhasana fold is one of my favorite positions just to release tension. If this feels stressful for you, you can always place a block or a cushion to rest your forehead on or to rest your forearms down on. And if your spine is rounding a lot here, that's okay. You can kind of, instead of thinking about it as something that creates more tension in the back as you round, you can almost think of it as a stretch for the back body. Think of it as the back muscles stretching out, like you're breathing into the backside rib cage. Obviously, the shoulders are relaxing, the facial muscles are soft. And then we'll sit up and we'll roll all the way onto our backs. I'm sorry, buddy, you gotta slightly move out of my way. Being careful for any cats or dogs that might be laying under you, or human children, I don't know. And then soften down on your back for a moment. Just lay in whatever feels like a neutral position for you. Allow the whole body to become a little heavier. And then we'll bring our feet together and we'll lay our knees out wide as they open like butterfly wings. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose, a nice passive hip opener. Maybe you place the hands on the pointy hip bones, or maybe you place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. Allow yourself to feel into your structure, to appreciate yourself for the beautiful physical body that you occupy, and at the same time recognizing that you're so much more than just a physical body. And through this practice of yoga, we can learn to love and appreciate the physical body that we do have by connecting with it. Allow yourself to scan the body, feel into the energy that's floating around. Check in once again with any thoughts that might be scrolling across the mind as we feel the energy slow down. We'll find a reclined half pigeon by placing the left foot on the mat and crossing the right ankle over the left knee. And so you can either place your right hand on the inner edge of your right knee and push away to create a nice stretch. You can kind of open and close that way. Or you can thread the needle and then reach for the top of the left leg and then pull both legs closer to your chest as the left foot floats off the mat. It's up to you, just settling into a nice mellow reclined hip stretch. Taking about 2 or 3 more breaths here. And once you're feeling ready, switch sides. Place the right hand down, place the right foot on the mat, cross the left ankle over the right knee. And you can place the left hand on the left knee and kind of open and close. You can thread the needle and pull the legs off the mat closer into your chest, or you can just relax into it. Take a few breaths. As you're ready, go ahead and release and find a happy baby pose. Reach the feet up, clasp the outside edges of the feet with the hands. The elbows fall sort of just to the inside of the knees. And then maybe just rock side to side, maybe straighten out one leg then the other. Let the prana flow in a different direction in this inversion. And if you'd like to take this into any other inversion, like a shoulder stand, or simply extending the legs to the sky, or maybe rolling into a twist to the left or right, you're always welcome to do so. Allow this to be your time to wrap up the physical portion of your practice. And Maybe you're moving on to a shavasana and letting yourself take a nice rest. If that's the case, then make yourself comfortable. Maybe you'll choose to take your practice further and continue exploring on your mat. Maybe you'll move on to whatever's next in your day. Regardless of whatever it is, I'm very thankful for you coming through and practicing with me and spending this time here on your mat together. It's always sacred to me, and I love the opportunity, so thank you for being here. I wish you nothing but peace and love on the rest of your journey, and I hope to see you soon. But until then, peace and love, my friends. Bye.